Good day everyone, we are solving this equation from CSEC January 2020 Mathematics Paper 2. This is the algebra question number 2 part B. Let's solve this equation. We want to find out the value of r. Remember, r is a missing number. So let's expand the brackets on the right hand side of the equation. 3 times r is 3r. Subtract 3 times 5 is 15. Let's bring all the r's to one side. So I am carrying r over here, so to speak. I am subtracting r from both sides, and I'm also adding 15 to both sides. I want to get all the numbers on one side and all the letters on the other side by themselves. So I have 3 plus 15 is equal to 3r minus r. 3 plus 15 is 18. 3r take away 1r. Remember, 1 is understood here. We'll give 2r. So now we want to find the value of r. We have to do the opposite of multiply. We have to divide. So r will be equal to 18 divided by 2. It can be written like this. 2 into 18 is 9. So therefore 9 is equal to r, or r is equal to 9. And our answer is 9. R is equal to 9. This was 2 marks. Let's move on to part C to make k the subject of the formula. So what we want to do is we want k to be isolated by itself, and we have to remove all other numbers and letters or variables to the other side. So what we do, we subtract 3t from both sides. So we have 2a subtract 3t equal pi k squared. We now want to divide both sides by pi, so we have 2a subtract 3t over pi is equal to k squared. And now we want to find k, so the opposite of square is square root, so k would be equal to the square root of this term 2a minus 3t over pi. Okay, so we can also write it like this with k on the left hand side. So we have 2a minus 3t over pi. And so now k is the subject of the formula because it is by itself on one side of the equation, and all other constants and variables are on the other side of the equation. So this is our answer for number 2, part C. And let's move on to the inequalities question, which is part D. A farmer plants 2 crops, potatoes and corn, on a 10-hectare piece of land. The number of hectares of corn planted, C, must be at least twice the number of hectares of potatoes, P. Write 2 inequalities to represent the scenario above. So we have 2 important pieces of information. The first sentence tells us a farmer plants 2 crops, potatoes and corn, on a 10-hectare piece of land. So the number 10 is important. So when we add up the number of hectares of corn, which is common C, and the number of hectares of potatoes, which is common P, we cannot exceed 10. So this number must be less than or equal to 10. This is our first inequality. C plus P is less than or equal to 10. Second inequality comes from the second sentence. The number of hectares of corn planted, common C, must be at least twice the number of hectares of potatoes. At least twice the number of hectares of potatoes. So therefore, common C must be connected to twice the number of potatoes in some way. It is at least. So we have to convert at least into one of the symbols for inequalities. So at least can be more than or equal to. Okay, so Our second inequality is common C is more than or equal to 2 times common P, where C represents the number of hectares of corn planted and P represents the number of hectares of potatoes planted, and this would have given 2 marks. Thanks for watching and do have a good day.